show you how to get 4x leverage on your margin trading using BET on BiFi X. Normally to do this, you would need to repeat the same deposit and borrow position multiple times. But with BiFi X, you can get maximum leverage in a single transaction using flash loans. Unlike any other DeFi service out there, it also lets you monitor and manage your positions separately, making it much easier to invest your money. It's a one-of-a-kind DeFi service that will maximize the potential for DeFi lending for everyone. So let's get started. First, you need to have your MetaMask connected on Ethereum mainnet, which I have here. You can click on BET. You can choose if you want to go long or short. And I'm going to go long on Ethereum. And set the amount that you want to put in. I'll put in 0.05. And if you want to go long, you have to choose the stable coin that you want to make the position with. I'll select DAI. Then you can select a boost. And as the boost goes up, which is your leverage, you can see the amount of Ether and DAI going up. I'll select 4x, which is the maximum leverage that I can get for Ether. And you can see here that I have deposit of 0.18 Ether, which is almost 4x. There's a little bit left because it's used to account for slippage and fees that can occur. And I also have a borrow position. And how this works is you take 0.05 Ether, you boost Ether with a flash loan, and then you take out a DAI as a borrow, and then you swap that DAI on Uniswap into Ether, and you use that Ether to repay the flash loan. You can see the real-time interest rate for your deposit and borrow, and of course you can see the BiFi reward rates that you get for both your deposit and borrow. So you can see that I'm netting over 3% on APY in opening this position. But in fact, this is over 20% because my position is 7 times larger than my initial input. You can see the fees here. There are 3 fees. Flash loan fee starts at 0.08% and BiFi X fee at 500 BiFi, and Uniswap fee that happens when you swap. What's great about flash loan fee and BiFi X fee is that you can get discount if you have more BiFi in your wallet. You can get up to 90% discount the more BiFi tokens you have in your wallet. You can see the fee schedule in our documentation. So now I'll start this betting position. I'm going long on Ether. Great, the transaction was confirmed. The coolest thing about BiFi is that it allows you to monitor the performance of each position separately. You can see my other earn position here, which is staying separate from the long position that I just took. On other DeFi dApps, you can't do this. All the borrows and deposits all get jumbled together, and you can get liquidated together. On BiFi X, you can check the performance of your position. So here on my long Ether with DAI, I can see my boost, my net return, the price change since I've opened the position, BiFi rewards that I got, as well as the net interest. You can also see the value of the principal when I started and the current value. Of course, it didn't change yet. In the detail, you can see the total deposit and borrow that your position actually have. Importantly, you can see the LTV here. This is how healthy your position is. It's almost 75% right now. If it gets higher than 90%, you can get subject to liquidation, which can happen if the Ether price actually goes down. The great thing is BiFi X lets you end the position at once. You don't have to unwind the position with deposits and borrows all over again. You can see the amount of Ether that you would get, as well as the BiFi that you would get. And sometimes, because there's slippage that happens within Uniswap, you need to increase the slippage limit, which just makes sure that the transaction will actually go through. We want to make sure that you don't lose money doing this transaction. The process for undoing the transaction is the same, where you go through the flash loan in order to exit your position. I'm not going to close the position just now and see what my bet will do. If the Ether price goes up by 5%, I'll be netting at least 20% with my 4x boost, as well as the APY that I'm getting in BiFi reward. You can try it for yourself right now on Ethereum mainnet. Go to x.bifi.finance, and if you have any questions, you can always go down and find the help button here. If you want to learn how to open this earn position, you can find a link to the other tutorial in the description of the video.